had a war in heaven and my fall from grace. I stared at this man, this being, as he turned everything I thought I knew upside down. Sam began again, did you not stop and think as to why your loving malevolent God would have bears turned on children? Why he'd destroy cities full of people in holy fire, or flood the world committing genocide? I stared at him, because I said, God's wrath is terrible, but his love is infinite. It was for the greater good so humanity could be reborn. Sam spoke up, no not quite. Just a little smoke and mirrors on my end to put the fear of God and humanity you know? Sam tilted his head back and laughed again. You people use this book to mask your bigotry and hate, not knowing that one day, your undying soul will land right here on my doorstep. Since humanity's initial birth I haven't persuaded a single soul to do anything, I haven't had to. That whole, the devil made me do it, pure shit. The things I wrote made it normal for people to hear voices about murdering their children. Oh, it's just God's will. Nope, hi, sorry again, that's mental illness. Sam looked at me serious and spoke again, do you believe God makes mistakes? I stood and faced him, headstrong in my conviction. No I do not, I said. My voice no longer shaking. He stepped forward almost nose to nose. Then why is it, my dear priest, that you tried to change one of God's creations because it did not fit your narrative? I took an involuntary step back as he continued. I wrote that book with the idea in mind that hypocrisy would surge. It's laden with enough truth and love to lead the stupid astray. My Father loves all life, all things, no matter color or gender. The part about stoning those that lay with the same sex, all me. You hypocrites line my doorstep like lambs to slaughter. That love you feel well up inside when you tell someone they will burn in hell for who they love, or for living their life not according to your broken vision of an almighty God. It is not love at all, but your soul's acceptance of your truly wicked nature. I clutched the Bible to my chest and just shook my head. No, you are the father of lies, none of this is true. Sam smiled again. Is that what you believe, my dear priest? If so, have a look at the book you have so coveted all your life. I pulled the Bible away from my chest and looked down at it. A snakeskin cover with a six-winged angel emblazoned on the cover. Sam seemed to stare into my soul. This, my dear priest, is the book that Eve held in her hand when she decided to take that first bite. I opened the book to a language he'd never seen before. Sam looked at me quizzically and turned his head to the side. He said, my apologies. You can't read Enochian. He waved his hand and the book glowed white hot. I dropped it immediately and took another step back. I couldn't understand this. If what he was saying was true, my entire life had been a lie. But wait, hold on, what about before the birth of Jesus Christ, before Christianity? I stammered. You will find my handiwork in the hieroglyphics, in the halls of ancient Rome, or the diary of Julius Caesar. I had heard enough, I couldn't take any more, tears openly fell down my cheeks. Now for my questions, my dear priest. How does it feel knowing that I robbed you of all earthly desire only to have your soul remain in hell for eternity? I couldn't answer him, I couldn't even form clear sentences in my head. How does it feel knowing that the wife you detested so much, took your son, denounced your wicked ways, and will both thrive for eternity in my Father's kingdom? I felt his hand touch my shoulder and it burned like nothing I've ever felt before. I screamed out in agony. As for my final question, this one won't be directed at you, my dear priest, but for our little eavesdropper here. So tell me, my dear reader, when was the last time you went to church?